do not talk to football players.
No, I live in a world where I'm a premium water bottle and everybody else is like Aquafinas.
I ate like my weight in Panda Express this year.
Getting caught by an RA with some booze.
So do you miss your family your freshman year? Like, do you used to get homesick? If you got homesick, how do you dealt with that?
So I definitely miss my family a lot. We're really close, so when I was at home, we would always hang out all the time. So whenever I get homesick, I kind of just call them and I can talk to my mom on the phone for hours. But I'm also only 45 minutes away from home, so I can go home whenever I want.
I think I've cried every time. This may make me sound like a sap, but I'm really not. But every time I've gone home and then like driven myself back to Athens, or they've come here to visit, anytime I've departed my family while living here, I've cried. I don't know how to like control that, but you're still gonna be emotional, and that's okay. To still feel this attachment or this longing to be with your family and still at the same time cherish being on your own. I think definitely acknowledge and respect both sides of your feelings on that.
So yeah, I come from a family of two, so it's just me and my sister, and she graduated from high school 4 years ago, so she's been out of the house for a long time, and it kind of sucked being at home without her, but being here away from my parents and my sister was really hard at first, especially because I just like wasn't used to being so by myself. But luckily I'm not that far away from home, and there's so many people here who also miss their family. So whenever you feel homesick, you just reach out to a friend who you know is also feeling the same way and go get lunch, like call your mom at night just to make sure that you tell her about your day, because she really misses you too. And so you just make those friends and you connect with them because they're like kind of your new college family. So they're really good about comforting you and being there for you because everyone's going through the same thing.
So tell me about the biggest L you took in all freshman year.
Ladies, do not talk to football players. That is my biggest L I've ever taken, and they're good on the football field, not to date. Thank you.
My biggest L was definitely getting caught by an RA with some booze. I'm currently on probation with the university, so with that being said, just be careful. Like freshman year's fun, but also just don't be a dumbass, because you don't want to get in trouble that early with the school, because then you have to play catch up for the rest of your year. So
the biggest L I've probably taken is probably my first test in every single class I've had this year. For some reason, I should know to study for it, but I'm always like, no, I'm only going to study a little bit. We'll see what happens, and I always end up almost failing that first test every class.
Okay, so one of the L's that I took in college, I wouldn't say it was an L, I would say that it was a learning experience. So I'll take that L that used to stand for like loss and turn it into an L for learning experience, because I signed up for an 8 a.m. English course. I'm a morning person. I'm like, yeah, like this is gonna be fine. Like I'll be able to be fine getting up, going to class every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. Well, the way that English works is you only get 5 absences and then they drop you from the course altogether, okay? I slept in one too many times. I didn't get dropped from the course now, but if I missed one more class, I would have gotten dropped. And I lost 4 of those absences in September. So make sure you are honest with yourself about your sleeping habits, and if you have an 8 a.m., set that alarm and get to class, because I was about to get dropped from my English course and I didn't write those papers for nothing.
My biggest L that I've taken all freshman year was not using the powers of add drop week at UGA. My first semester, I had the attitude that I can get an A in any class with any professor. It's all on me. It doesn't even matter. But first day of class, I had a communications professor who was foreign and he couldn't speak English, but he was teaching a communications class. And I was like, it's cool. Like I'll be fine. And I didn't drop his class. And next thing I know, I made like bad grades on some of the tests, and I'm like, are you gonna drop one of them? He was like, what does that mean? And it was just a bad experience, and I ended up getting my first C ever in my life in that class, and I could have avoided that if I had have dropped it. So if you come to UGA during add drop week, if you don't feel like you have the right professor, drop them.
Tell me about the college dating scene. Has it been a good experience for you? A bad experience? Did you find love, or are you still single right now?
Okay, I could go on for like 20 minutes about this, but I'll keep it short. So college love life, don't get hype about it. I literally came to college, like I graduated high school, I said, it's time to mess with some men now. No, they're not men, they're boys. They're even worse in high school. Like I didn't think it could get worse, it's worse. Because the college mentality is hook up, forget about each other the next day. I'm not like that. I'm trying to find my man, like settle down. Well, no, my love life is an L.
My college dating experience actually has been pretty good. I did find love actually, so I'm pretty happy with it.
All right. Well, I came into college with a girlfriend, so that was kind of like. I'll say first that helps the transition a lot. Like if you got a girlfriend or boyfriend from high school, like you don't necessarily need to cut them off just because they're from high school. Like that can be a good transition. We're not together anymore though, and I will say from that experience, like especially the dudes, like you gotta hustle. Like you know, college is fun, but you also like you still gotta like put some work in if you're out here hustling. Like it's not just gonna happen easy.
Also at the same time, that guy that you might think is cute could have messed with your friend, because the population and the ratio from guys to girls is significantly different. There's more girls than there are guys. There's less variety, and like I say, I live in a world where I'm a premium water bottle and everybody else is like Aquafinas. I don't want an Aquafina. You want a premium water bottle, and everybody should aim to get the premium. But then also at the same time, there's so many Aquafinas that they're giving, they're doing things. I'm not competing with any of that. So you just gotta like level out your thing.
Is Hulu or Netflix considered a love?
The situation is a little difficult. I'm not in a relationship this semester, but I was in one last semester, and it was a long distance one. It was my high school girlfriend from junior year, and we thought we were different. And I mean, look, it's possible, but it was pretty tough. And at a certain point, we had to do what was best for both of us, and we broke up. But college dating scene is definitely interesting. It's funny watching everything that goes down. It's great. You have plenty of options. So this semester, I haven't really jumped back in there yet, but you have plenty of options.
Okay, so college and dating. Let's be honest, I'm the type of person, I'm very much like, work on yourself, work on your grind. I'm still finding myself, trying to figure it all out. It's my freshman year. I'm gonna dip and sip and dip and sit, honey. So I'm not gonna lie to you. This year, did I have a relationship? Absolutely not. Were heifers hitting me up? Absolutely. But listen, know what you're worth, know what your goals are, keep those in mind, and don't hustle the dang hustler, girls. Know what you're worth.
So tell me about Freshman 15. Is it like a myth or is it very true?
It's not a myth at all. It happens to almost everyone, and it doesn't have to be bad. When I came to Georgia, I weighed like 176. Right now I weigh 185, and I don't really. I feel like I got buffer. I'm not fat, so.
I gained 12 pounds my first semester, and then I lost 8 over winter break, just from not being here.
Definitely, okay, well, it takes adjustment because I went from my mom making me meals to like I got to pick what I wanted to eat, but it's more about like pride. So like for me, like I work out like 4 or 5 times a week. I don't eat dessert all the time, which is really hard for me because at the dining hall I could literally grab whatever I want to grab, but I haven't done that and I haven't gained 15 pounds. My mom said I've lost weight, so that's new. So yeah, it's not too bad if you're adamant and show self-control.
So the freshman 15, I want to say, just know that if you got the dining plan, you better have the Ramsey plan too.
What food do you eat this year?
We have an amazing dining closet at UGA. I feel like that's one of the best qualities about our school compared to others. Amazing as in the first 3 months, because you will get sick of the food at a certain point. But we have plenty of options. Compared to other schools, we have plenty of options, and it's really high quality. Me personally, I ate hot dogs, hamburgers.
I ate quite a bit, but I tried to, keep it to a minimum. I've eaten a lot of sandwiches. I love sandwiches so much. They're really good at Bolton Dining Commons at UGA.
Philly cheese sandwiches. I ate pancakes, waffles.
First semester, I ate a lot of pizza and pasta. Now I basically survive off of peanut butter crackers and ginger ale, because
because I hate the dining hall.
So I'm a vegetarian, so a lot of the food that I ate at the dining halls was sort of ethnic food, which I really enjoyed. Ethnic sounds like a weird word for it, but like they had a lot of Indian food, a lot of Mediterranean food, and I was eating a lot of that because I was able to get the protein from like the beans and the garbanzo beans and the couscous and stuff like that, and still able to like maintain a healthy lifestyle.
The foods that I eat a lot, I mean, I do like French fries. A girl can't get enough fries. Can never get enough fries.
I ate burritos, I had coffee, I had strawberry lemonade.
Okay, so Bolton mac and cheese is like my favorite thing. So every night I would go to Bolton and I would get like whatever meat they had, and then I just get like a whole plate of mac and cheese. And then I have paw points, so I can use my money at Take Cafe, and I ate like my weight in Panda Express this year. Noodles and orange chicken every single time. It was my favorite. Like the people know me in there, and it's really embarrassing when you go with people that you don't know. You walk up to the counter, and literally the lady starts making my food before I even say it because she knows. Because I would go every Tuesday before this meeting that I would have.
I ate so much cereal. Like, it was bad at first because I'd have like pasta and then I'd be like, cereal. So if I was feeling healthy, like Honey Nut Cheerios. But if I wanted to like treat myself, I'd go for like some Cocoa Puffs, some Lucky Charms. The cereal is always in it.
I actually order pizza a lot, which is another problem because I don't have money to order pizza all the time. But other than that, I always get sandwiches for some reason. I get a sandwich at just about any dining hall I go to, and so that's probably that and omelets. I get omelets all the time.
Pretty much everything. Pizza, we had everything here. I mean, I don't see myself getting off the meal plan anytime soon.
Okay. Is college harder than high school?
College is harder than high school, I would say, because you are in a different environment. You know, you don't have your, so like, let's just say you really F's up in a class, just keeping it honest, and you're not doing so well. Usually, you know, your parents will be able to check your portal and be like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you need to do better. But you don't have that in college. Yeah, you can tell your parents that I got an F on this test, and yeah, they can scream at you and they can get on you and you can feel the pressure, but it's up to you at that decision to do it because you don't have somebody down your throat physically telling you you need to do better.
Yes. My junior high school was really hard because I had to struggle like between AP classes and like club volleyball, school volleyball. But in college it's a lot harder because I don't have my mom telling me I gotta do my homework, so it falls all on me. And it's so hard when you like see people going out and you're like, shoot, I want to be out right now, but I have a test tomorrow. So it's a lot like about self-control.
In college, one test is probably equal to a final in high school because the material in high school, I had tests up to 3 chapters. In college, multiply that times 5. It's crazy. And the professors don't play games. If you miss a deadline in high school, they'd be like, all right, it's cool. No, in college, they'll ball up your paper and throw it away. In college, the professors don't play games. And at UGA, at such a huge school, a lot of the professors, if you don't put yourself out there to make a relationship with them, they'll never know your name. So you really have to make a relationship with the professor, which means it's more work on you as a student in college than it is in high school. Everything's coming towards you, everything's for you in high school, but you have to approach the professor in college.
College is definitely harder than high school, class-wise and work-wise. You're going to have to do a lot more, but it's also a lot more rewarding. You can get involved in a lot of things that actually interest you, and you can meet a lot of cool new people that you get along with really well. So while it's harder, sometimes it doesn't actually feel like it's harder because the stuff you're going to start doing is going to be stuff that you're actually interested and like are passionate about.
Do you think you had changed this year?
I have absolutely changed since the start of my college experience for the better. I believe. I think that I know more who I am. I'm more confident in what I believe. I'm just so excited to see what the future has for me because I'm really, really open to whatever God has for me.
Yeah, everyone, like, if you don't change when you get to college, that's not a good thing. Whether it be a good or a bad change, that's up to you to figure out and decide and pulling from. If it's a good thing, then keep doing you.
Have I changed in college? Is Cardi B arguably the best female rapper? Absolutely, I've changed in college, and I've changed so much for the better. I really have seen such a growth in myself from August to now, from May 26th when I walked across the stage at high school graduation to now, from yesterday to now, from this morning to now. I'm a different person, and that's the great thing about college is all these experiences that you're gonna have, all these people you're gonna meet. They're going to help you grow and become the person that you really are inside, and you're gonna be able to feel proud of that and share that with the world. So I have absolutely changed. I feel more confident, I feel healthier, I feel happier, and I feel like the best freaking John Thomas Jordan that ever walked the face of this earth. Check that.
I definitely changed this year for sure. I was more of like a kind of like frat type of dude in high school. Like that was kind of my style, like a little bit more like conservative and stuff. And coming to college definitely it can broaden your viewpoints a lot if you allow it to. There's a lot of stuff to get into, and there's just a lot of like things to be seen. And so I'm definitely a different person this year, just because I allowed myself to be immersed in the culture on campus. And you can't just come into a school like UGA and just say like UGA is my personality now. Like I love ringing the bell. Like I love like, you know, jumping in Hurdy Fountain. Like you have to actually, you know, get comfortable with who you are yourself before you can like buy into all those traditions and stuff. So I've definitely changed a lot, and I've learned a lot about myself, and that's helped me love my school a lot more.
I think I've changed a lot, actually. I'm more mature. I already thought like I was mature and independent coming in, but I'm more driven and determined to achieve my goals.
Yes and no. Yes, in a way of me being new to many more ideas. I joined a lot of different things this year that I didn't really see myself joining, and I've gotten leadership opportunities that's helped me grow as a leader. Also, I have a more well-rounded group of friends that I hang around, so people from different backgrounds that I'll let you learn their ways, their values, and respect their values, not be judgmental, but respect their values. And also, I'd say no, because I'm still the same person. I still have my same morals that I had at the beginning of the year, and I don't think I've broken the values that I had at the beginning of the year.
So what advice would you give your first few weeks freshman self?
Learn when to not work, because I tend to be very focused and like determined about getting stuff done, and sometimes you just need a break. Go to the movie by yourself. Watch Bridget Jones for the 80th time. Just like chill out.
The first few weeks are definitely a huge adjustment. I'd probably tell myself to write it down, and what I mean by that is to get an agenda, a notebook, anything, and write due dates, meetings, anything down, because it's a lot easier to slip up in college and you have all that time and you think you have all that time, but you in reality you really don't.
First 2 weeks of freshman year are definitely hard. They're hard for everyone. Like even people you don't think it's hard for, like people who seem like they're doing awesome, like everyone has a hard time like the first 2 weeks of freshman year, whether it is just like missing home or feeling uncomfortable like at school, like feeling like you aren't making friends fast enough or getting involved fast enough, just because it's such a big transition. So I would say to myself, first 2 weeks of freshman year, and anyone else in that situation, that it gets better organically, and that as long as you allow yourself to be open and vulnerable and put yourself out there, it will get better very quickly, and you'll find yourself in a much better situation by the end of the semester, even by the end of that month. So
what I would tell Kiki then is compared to Kiki now, I would tell her, you need to drop that human geography class now.
I would tell myself that just have fun. Just go out, make friends, talk to people, like just get out of your comfort zone, because there's so much stuff that you can experience here and you can't do that if you just stay to yourself.
If I could go back in time as the John I am today and tell something to my first few weeks freshman self, I would definitely say, chill out. There's no need to stress. Everything will work out. You are on this path. You are where you need to be. I didn't want to go to UGA. So those first couple of weeks, I was miserable. I was like, I shouldn't be here. I should be somewhere else. I should be in New York. I should be with these people. I shouldn't be at Georgia. It took me 7 months, but I am absolutely in love with the University of Georgia. And I would go back and tell myself, You are where you need to be. Trust the process, trust in his plan, and trust yourself because you're your greatest asset. And I would say, go frickin' dogs, sick them, who.
Stop being so embarrassed. Like, go out and hang out with people and introduce yourself, because I was so scared. I was like, they're not gonna like me, they're gonna think I'm weird just for saying hi. But everybody here's in the same boat and everybody's a little shy and embarrassed. So just go be yourself and introduce yourself. Go to more events, because like it's not nerdy to go to freshman events. It's fun and everybody goes. So don't be embarrassed and get out there more.
I would have told myself to not join anything until I got a good academic standing, because my first semester of my freshman year, I joined way too many clubs way too soon, to where I was more involved in clubs than I was in my study. And I wish at the beginning of the year I had found that out earlier, that I needed to spend all day studying for those classes to get a good start. And once I have that schedule, the routine of studying, then I could add groups to my schedule. So I think I would tell any freshman to have your study schedule and know that you can do your best in school. And then after that, add groups, add organizations to your schedule, because you're here to learn. You're here to learn and get a degree. That's the number one reason why you're here. And then after that, that's getting involved in campus after learning.